Hello, everyone. Wow. I think that's about the only word I have right now. For those of you who are wondering, hi, it's Sel. I'm the head organizer. With me, I have lovely members of staff, Trainer Anade.
Hi.
Our hosting lead, Kasaki, co-lead of socials, and our head of safety.
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
We have Osborne, the other co-lead of socials and all-round extraordinaire, coming saving us with some runs at the last moment human.
Hello, it's me.
And then we're also joined, of course, by our lovely host, who we just had, Rara.
Hi, you know me.
And then we have Pacific with us, who is one of our producers for this event.
Hi.
Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know if I have, You know what? Well, I think of words to say. Rare, we had a donation in. Go for it.
Yeah, we sure did. We got $10 from Jake the Science Guy. And Jake said, I can't donate a lot other than time, but it has been a pleasure to participate and watch this event. We love a good cause. And that is a great reminder that no matter how much you donated over this event, even if you didn't donate anything, just by watching and participating and chatting and sharing, you have done so much for Little Warriors, and we are so grateful for every donation, every chat, every runner, every staff, everything. So thank you so much for all of this.
Yeah, thank you so much for that donation. And yeah, like, I get it. Money's tight for a lot of people right now. I absolutely get it. That's one thing I love about Little Warriors is there's ways to support them. There's ways to get educated about the impact of child sexual abuse without it costing you any money, which is phenomenal. And I guess I will start. I've got a few shout outs for people. The first group I want to shout out is our incredible producer bunch. I am going to get the names. Sorry. There's a lot of emotions. I'm going to try and read this list if my brain will let me. We had Big Scared. We had Happy by 3, JPEG, Joker, Pacific, The Valiant Sun, Zendir, and Zokabun, and then Osborne and I also had a producer shift or two. But I am so grateful to all of our producers. And Pacific, I guess I can address this to you because you are sort of our producer representative. But I am so grateful for all of you because this genuinely was the first Prevent-A-Thon where I, as head organizer, was able to step away and like have a bit of time to myself, take care of myself without worrying about this whole event. Just kind of falling apart at times. I knew it was in safe hands and it was good to go. And so I really genuinely appreciate all of you, what all of you brought to the event. And y'all were great. I'll get to more love of the other volunteers, but I just the producers made this event possible for me to exist and, not be curled up in a ball half dead at the end of the event this weekend. So
Must preserve Cell, definitely. As somebody who was on the producer team, all of the producers were incredible. Definitely glue that held everything together, and then Cell, your support throughout all this was great. But the producers definitely thanks everyone for this team for all the support that they all gave to each other as well. Amazing job. Thanks everybody.
Mm-hmm. And now, but Pacific, as a producer, is there anything else you'd like to say about the event?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to thank every volunteer that contributed their time and talents to make this event happen. We had so many incredible volunteers that everybody was really, really talented. I was stunned by how dedicated everyone was, how passionate everybody was, and how just the teamwork and the collaboration was wonderful to see. Everybody worked together so hard to make this happen, to make a difference for Little Warriors and for children everywhere. I want to say that I was listening to that interview with Little Warriors yesterday, and it really broke my heart to hear about how hard it was for them to get funding, because there's such a stigma around even acknowledging child sexual abuse. So you all are helping fight that stigma by volunteering, donating, watching and sharing the stream. Even just listening to the message of Little Warriors helps to raise awareness and fight the stigma. So, thank you all, because we're sending a message to child sexual abuse survivors saying that, like, we see you, we want to help. So everybody involved in Prevent-A-Thon 3, y'all really made a huge difference. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a couple of other messages from some of our other producers who, for various reasons, were not able to join us. Can I volunteer one of the members of staff to read those messages?
Sure.
Well, thank you, Nade.
One of our other producers, Big Scared, said, "I'm proud of what we've achieved this event and honored to say I was part of it."
Yeah, Big.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Big was one of our returning producers. They produced for us last event, and it was just so wonderful to have some returning folks back on the producer list, just because it adds a little stability to a team. But yes, I think we had one more message, Anade?
The other message, I think, is from JPEG. "So honored to have been a part of the PAT team. Y'all are incredible, and what an amazing cause. Heart."
Mm-hmm. And heart back to you, too. Oh, producer crew was lovely, but we got some other amazing volunteers to shout out. Kasaki, you get to go next. You get to pick what you're going to talk about.
No, I don't, because I'm just gonna go for both, and Oz can just also gush about our social folks. But a lot of my focus this event was on safety and moderation, and all you lovely folks with your little green swords in the chat, just know that I appreciate and love all of you to death. It's very taxing to do, and it's very tempting to do it too much, and I appreciate, for the most part, all of you taking care of yourselves throughout the weekend, and yeah, you helped keep chat safe and cool for everybody, and that helps a lot to make the event go smoothly. And for socials, there was actually a lot of overlap between the two, but yeah, we memed a lot. Mucho memes. But yeah, so all of you, socials, moderators, get some rest, please. Go sleep. Like, appreciate y'all. Go to bed. Love you.
Oz, as fellow co-head of socials, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, it's just when it came to socials this time around, I felt like there was a lot of people on the team that I had worked with before, and that showed pretty good experience when it came to social media. And so I never felt like I needed to be on top of them a lot of the time. Then that's just kind of how I also produce and do a lot of stuff. I'm very hands off. I'm very let your team do their job. And so I'm just I never really felt like the need to make sure that everything is being done right and make sure all the details are right when it came to social media. I just knew that I was able to trust the social media folks to do a good job. And that is not something that I feel very often, I will say. I always feel like I need to be on top of everything that I can with a lot of stuff. But this time around, I felt very relaxed with social media. When I saw who was on social media, I'm just I didn't think twice about it. It was going to be really good. And I feel like the social media team really showed that throughout their time here. And I think Kasaki would probably agree with the same.
I would agree.
Yes. That's what I have to say.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Oz. Anade and Rara as some of our hosting representatives. The floor is yours.
Rara, would you like to say something?
I'm just extremely thankful to have been a part of this in general. And I am so grateful that I was selected for the finale. It absolutely came out of nowhere. When Anade messaged me asking if I would be okay with staying up late because I was being considered for the finale, I like immediately ran to my husband and I was like, babe, guess what? So thank you so much for that. And every host that I've worked with during this event and that I've been able to listen to live, everyone has just done such an amazing job. I'm blown away by the talent and the personalities and all of everything that you need to have with the multitasking and the reading and the keeping up with chat and the commentating, and while also hosting. The talent has been blowing my mind this whole event. So I am just eternally grateful for all of this. So thank you so much.
Well, and thank you, and for all of our other hosts as well who are in chat or are hopefully getting some rest. As host lead for these events, it's I don't know. It's just it's always awesome to see everyone turn out. But this was the first event where we had so many people turn out for, like, quote unquote auditioning, like, who wanted to be hosts. I had to actually deny some people, and that was kind of mind-blowing for me. Like, okay, wow, like, people, like, obviously Cell, as the founder of this event, is very behind it, and I jumped in and offered to take over for host because I'm very much behind Prevent-A-Thon and Little Warriors. And, like, I know, this is our third event. The last event, we had a pretty small turnout, which was fine. But, oh my gosh, the amount of people who wanted to run in this event, the volunteers across the board, and the fact that we had so many people offer to host, I had to deny people. I was blown away. And then I have to say, across the board, our hosts were good. Like, these were not people who, well, they got on the mic because it's a small event. Every single one of our hosts this event did well. Like, I am proud to call you a host for our event. And I'm sure Cell is going to say it probably again, but the fact that our host team could help raise almost 3 times as much as we've made. Yeah. I mean, 3 times more than 3 times more we made the first event, and almost 3 times as much as we've made in the other 2 events. Like, I just, wow. And that's thanks to the host team, to all the volunteers, 100% to those producers. Very much, they made a huge help in having that second set of eyes, keeping an eye on things and helping things run smoothly. And just, of course, everyone here, the viewers and everything too, just thank you across the board. Absolutely everyone involved with this. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm. And what y'all didn't see was behind the scenes, Anade, like, being so on duty and, like, giving I think I was the only person who wasn't getting feedback, which I'm kind of flattered by, but, like, Anade was like actively listening as much as they could, giving active feedback, giving active guidance at times where it wasn't like, hey, we're stuck stalling suddenly, here's some extra things, going and finding extra resources and saying, hey, here's more things to talk about. If you're running out of things to stall with, here's new stuff, like, above and beyond. And I am so grateful to have you as our hosting lead, because you genuinely inspire me, Anade. So much love, and to all your hard work. And get some rest, please.
After this, I promise.
Anada, you also did a really great job with the host of doing like the perfect amount of like perfect amount of complimenting, and like the also like, hey, like here's like a tiny little thing to work on, but here's also another great compliment kind of thing. Like it was just a really perfect constructive criticism that can only be taken in a positive light, and that's something that I say is a really great talent for someone to have, because it's not something that comes naturally for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Anade's great. Y'all should apply to host next event.
I was going to say, so this, because I don't have words for myself, this just means you have to apply to host for us for future events, and then you can see.
Indeed, I agree. And Genesis, our head of tech, can't be with us right now. They are super busy with something IRL. So I was gonna say, like, we had a small team on tech, and tech was sort of the last thing to get organized, and was a little bit of a disaster at times, it felt like. But I am so proud of all of our tech people for jumping in, for pitching in, for times where, like, hey, someone needed to leave and we needed someone to come cover, because shockingly, tech is one thing you can't leave unattended necessarily for super long. Like, the small handful of you were very mighty and very powerful. Like, y'all put in the work, and without our tech volunteers, like, this event would not have lasted the entire time. So y'all are awesome. Y'all are amazing. And please apply again next event, because we always need more tech people. So, and with that, I'm also going to give a little shout out to R30, who was the person who came in somewhat last minute to get us a Restream PC, which was a big help, because without a Restream PC, you can't run an event. So was very grateful with that. Yeah. All right, is it time for sell cry percent now?
Yes. Tears,
Okay.
go. Now, on command.
Now there's pressure to cry. Okay. Yeah, I guess a few other people thank, which you'll see this all in the credits, but I'm going to thank them anyways. Connect Speedruns were our German restream for the event. I know they weren't able to go the entire time because time zones high, like that's the thing. But I was popping in throughout the weekend. Ich spreche keine Deutsche. Don't really speak German, but was popping in, saying hi, checking in on them, and it seemed like most of the time everyone was having a great time. They were really enjoying it. And it was a pleasure to get to work with them. And I hopefully going forward would love to have German Restream again. I know we had plans with Speedruns Espanol. Those unfortunately kind of fell through, but other language restreams are something I think will be continuing in the future of Prevent-A-Thon, which is really hype. A little scary. It was definitely a learning curve for me as head organizer. I definitely flubbed a few things with it, but it was a great time and really grateful to them. Also, shout outs to Broshentia for being willing to come in and host a mystery game race as our opening thing, and just setting the tone of the event like right off the bat. I know, super busy individual, was dealing with a lot at the same time, yet still came through and did it. So big shout out to those two folks. Because, two folks, two groups. I don't know. I can't English anymore. The tears are going to start. But yeah, I look at that total amount, and it is a non-fathomable number to me. As Anada hinted, like, our last event was kind of rough. It was We almost didn't have a Prevent-A-Thon 2 in October. Like, I will be very honest, we almost didn't have one. And we managed to have it because we went around and we, like, individually, like, members of staff, people were going around and asking for people to come join, to come help, if they could even volunteer for an hour. And in the process of that, I had some people saying, I love the crew involved, but maybe if you change the charity, I'll get involved.
And Cell didn't listen, and it was the right choice.
Yes.
No, for me.
Hey, we did it!
We did it! The real goal of the marathon.
And see, I need to be able to talk. Crying is fine. I need to be able to talk through the tears. First, just seeing the volume of submissions, both for runners and volunteers this event. Even though, like, I calculated it, Prevent-A-Thon 2, we had, I think, 42 categories submitted on SRC. In this event, we had 142 categories submitted, like a massive increase. We ran Prevent-A-Thon 2 with, I think, in the end, not counting staff, we had 15 volunteers across all roles. And staff worked so hard for the entirety of that event to keep it going, which is probably why I got really sick, because I had COVID during PAT 2. And then I worked 12 and a half hours out of 13 and a half hour event.
It was a wild time.
It was a wild, PAT 2 was so wild.
It was a wild time.
But I'm like, I will always repeat this. The goal, like, raising money for Little Warriors is phenomenal, and I love that we're successfully raising money for them. To me, that's not the ultimate goal. The goal is to have people start having conversations, to, like Gloria Meldrum said in that interview, to help start breaking down stigma, to start having some of these hard conversations, for people to get educated. Please, 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 please. If you are in a mental headspace to do so, I will admit the Prevent-A workshop contains some really tough content. But if you're in a mental headspace where you can handle it at all, please go take it. It is free. There isn't a completely online version. Kasaki has taken that online version, so you don't have to be in Canada to do it. You can do it anywhere in the world. I think it's only available in English, but if you are comfortable speaking English or reading English, you can take the Prevent-A program. Please go do that. It is a free way to help Little Warriors, because the more we can prevent child sexual abuse, the less work Little Warriors has. And that's incredible. Like, this is one of the few times we want this charity to not exist ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say, from personally taking the online course, essentially the way it works is they give you 2 weeks access to do it. It's like, I think 3 hours total worth of coursework. But they give you 2 weeks to access it, so you can take your time, do it at your own pace, take as many breaks as you need, because it is very heavy stuff. It is very taxing stuff mentally, but it's absolutely worth it if you're in a place where you can do it. And they give you plenty of time to complete it.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. If you are in Canada, if you happen to be a Canadian listener, I believe there's an email on the website that you can message, and you can find out about a group that might be happening locally or on Zoom if you want to take it in a group setting. I was lucky I got to take it in a group setting. They had a trained facilitator running it, which I found kind of nice. As a survivor, it was quite triggering, and so being able to do it with someone sort of guided and trained to run it was really helpful. But please, like, seriously, I am beyond delighted with the amount we raised, but at the end of the day, what I would absolutely love is that everyone who watched takes Prevent-A. that would be my real passion, would be to see everyone take the Prevent-A course, because it's free.
Besides being free, the link is right there in chat.
And
Yep.
share it with people you know too.
Exactly.
Yes.
If you remember from the interview, right? I don't remember if this clip went out on socials or not. Today's been a blur, but one of the things that Gloria Meldrum said in that interview was she'll meet people who say, "Oh, I don't have any money," or I don't have time to like volunteer to do things like run an event like this, or to go to the ranch and help clean up things, or they just don't have time. Her response is, "Well, can you tell 10 people about us?" Chat, that's my challenge to you. Can you tell 10 people about Little Warriors, the work they do? Because the more we talk about it, the less the stigma exists. And as well, again, pulling back on that interview, I'm actually kind of glad things worked out in such a way that we ended up having to go back and pull that old interview I did last year with Glory. But this dollar number, I'm staring at the number on my screen right now, over $3,000. Y'all just sent a message. And I'm going to try to finish the sentence before I break down in tears. You sent a message that people care. That these kids are not alone. And as a survivor, I have been so encouraged. Seeing this event. So thank you. Anyways, that's enough crying. That's enough blabbering on. A couple other things to watch out for. I'm gonna try and rattle these off, and then we can go to the video because I think we're all tired and we're all emotional. Let's get some sleep. But quickly, if you were a runner or a volunteer, you can expect feedback forms to be coming out in the next week. So please stay tuned for those. You'll get pings for those in your appropriate roles. Pat 4 will be coming. You'll see the announcement at the end of the credits, but Pat 4 is coming.
Yay.
We also are super close to affiliate on the channel. Gonna be dead honest, we're super close to affiliate. It would unlock some really nice features for us, just to make the event a little more fun and a little bit more interactive in some ways. So the goal is, I think we're gonna push for that. And to do so, we're gonna have a couple of bonus streams on the channel in the next couple of weeks. I've talked to a couple people. If you were on the backup list, keep your DMs open, because I might be sliding in to talk to you about the possibility of having you on to do a little bonus, do a little bonus stream, help get us to the requirements. Because the only thing we're missing is number of days streamed in a month. So we need 2 more streams. So we're gonna have a couple of bonus streams post Pat celebration. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know. We're gonna take feedback. We got, I think all of us have some notes, some new ideas, some things. You know what? I haven't talked about this with staff, but we've kind of talked about it sort of throughout the weekend. We've had a few meetings, sort of vaguely. We will likely be opening up for some more help. Not necessarily as like team lead roles, but as some like sort of staff-ish positions. We're still figuring that out. But if that sounds of potential interest to you, stay tuned to the Discord, because an announcement will go out about that. Basically, TLDR, join the Discord, follow us on Twitter, all of these different things for notifications.
Follow our Twitch.
Follow Twitch, yes. Follow us on Twitch. If you've been watching all weekend and haven't followed yet, if you've been here all weekend and watching, You probably enjoyed it, so please follow. And then that will also let you know when we're live for those community, those little bonus streams. But yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to say before I tell R30 to cue the credits?
Thank you, Sal. You're amazing. Everything that you glue holding all this together, of course, but just being there for everyone too, in every role. You're incredible for putting this entire thing together. So thank you so much.
100%.
Yeah, so you rock.
Oh, shush. It's a team effort. I would not be able to do this by myself.
That may be true, but you still rock. And you can't make me unsay it. So, hey.
Yeah. This is what I get for hiring Kazaki onto staff. Yeah, it's my
You're
fault.
Right.
It's my fault. All right. Oz, unless you got anything else to say?
I don't.
Okay. Then everyone, thank you so much for raising an incredible $3,371. We will see you for our next event. R30, let's go to credits.